Hey, everyone. This is Blockchain Bernie episode 397. Who is getting the last remaining pNodes? There's going to be 49 more pNodes to be sold in the Deep South era. And the Deep South era pNodes, they are especially coveted because they give you a 16x boost factor. And in this video, I'm going to show you a really cool, shiny new pNode store. Here it is. All right, so I'll go through it. And at the end of this video, you walk away, you understand that pNode store, you understand how the Dutch auction works, you understand how we decide about the exact hour when the Dutch auction is going to be starting. And you will have a wonderful look of these beautiful NFTs that we rendered especially for you in 3D with, motion and everything. So you're going to see all that, and you're going to see all these different rewards here. And I'll tell you, there's only 49 more pNodes, and everyone in our community that has been there for a long time, they are waiting. I have a few guys from the Netherlands, it's called a Dutch auction. So it's natural the guys from the Netherlands are really interested. They are sitting on the sidelines. They weren't able to get any of the pNodes earlier on, so they are waiting to grab theirs. I have a very lovely lady from Sweden that I met even here in Las Vegas a few months ago. She is going to participate in the Dutch auction, and there are so many people that just want these pNodes because you need to get them now. And I explain everything on what your advantage is to get them now, to run them in DevNet as opposed to just doing it later permissionless, right? I've heard that argument so many times, like, oh, I'll just do it later permissionless, but then you're on your own. If you do it now in the DevNet, you get the help from Xandeum Foundation, and the help looks like millions and millions of XAND in stake delegation that you need to run your later mainnet pNode profitably, right? So I'll go into all of these details right now. I'm happy I'm seeing guys here. Peter, escape FOMO, go YOLO, absolutely. So that's the motto of that pNode store. Michael is there sending me a heart. Sasha is there, hey, and I've interacted with Sasha on X, and actually, Sasha, I took your photo, your Munich photo, right? So we're officially in the South era right now, but the pNodes, the 49 pNodes, they will still be Deep South pNodes, the 49 remaining of the Deep South era. So that's a really great opportunity. But thanks, Sasha, for submitting your photo of the city of Munich. I took it, and it's on my X profile photo now, right? So that's how the community can participate here, right? You can make suggestions, and we'll pick them up, put them somewhere. My profile photo on X is now Sasha's photo of the city of Munich, because, hey, we're officially in Munich. There's press releases out there that we launched Munich. That press release, by the way, it made waves. Other companies reaching out to me and stuff like that. So that's great. Even venture capital companies coming to our booth at Rare Evo. So that's all great. We have Elaine, we have Moon Lady, we have, what is that, Kali or Kal? All right, and we have Alan here. Alan, great to see you. Yeah. So the shiny new pNode store. Let's have a quick look here. Let's have a quick peek. What's that? A sneak peek. Sorry. And here we go. Right. So we have that little area here in the top that says the Dutch auction is starting on September 6th, and we're gonna do a lot of things in the meantime to make that public, to advertise it a little bit. It's starting on September 6th, so it's, I don't know, three weeks or something, right? So, and then there is the Dutch decider here, right? So let's click on the Dutch decider, and let's see how it looks like. The Dutch decider is there to, so I need to juggle my windows here. Just a sec. Okay. This is all live here, so I need to juggle my windows live. Okay, you got it here now. So the Dutch decider is about the exact hour when the Dutch auction is going to be starting. I'm not going to bore you with repeating everything, but it might be important to you at what hour it's going to be starting, because the Dutch auction, with prices coming down from a high ceiling, and then prices are coming down each and every hour for 48 hours. So what does that mean? It just means that at some point, you don't want to pay the highest price, so you want to wait a little bit. But the longer you wait, the higher is the risk that all 49 will be gone. And these are the last Deep South pNodes. They come with a 16x error boost factor, plus you can get up to an 11x NFT boost factor. And I come to that and I'll show you those beautiful NFTs in a while. So those are crazy boost factors. I think 176, so someone did the multiplication, 11 times 16, I think that's 176. And that's 170x boost factor compared to those that wait until everything's permissionless, right? If you wait until everything's permissionless, the boost factor is just 1. Plus, you won't get any stake from the foundation, because there's the Xandeum Foundation delegation program. You need a lot of stake to your pNode in order to make money later on in mainnet. And you only get that stake in mainnet if you already also run a DevNet pNode. So you need to be in DevNet. You need to be in the Deep South era. There are only 49 left. So I see the hype everywhere. People, texting me, emailing me, sending me messages on Discord, everywhere, right? And I hear that everywhere. There is high interest of many people just grabbing as many of these 49 remaining as they can. So that is the whole point of the Dutch auction. They become cheaper and cheaper, but they can be gone. And it's only 49, right? So that's how it all works. And the hour might be important because the price goes down for 48 hours, right? So if you start in the beginning, let's say at 10 a.m. your local time, right? And you stay there, and at some point it's 10 p.m., so you can stay for the first 12 hours. Maybe you stay up late and you can stay for the first 15 or 16 hours, but at some point in time you need to sleep. So if there's any pNodes left while you want to go to bed, you don't want to buy them now because you think like price will come down. But then you have to sleep. And then there will be 8 more, assuming you sleep 8 hours, which you should. Make sure you get 8 hours of sleep every day, no matter how old you are, by the way. And during those 8 hours, they might all be gone. So you might want to have the Dutch auction start at like 6 a.m. your time so that you get more hours, right? Whatever, calculus you make here and at whatever price you want to buy, but you want to have the start hour of the Dutch auction be advantageous to you, right? And it's a 48-hour thing. So that's why I said, well, Xandeum doesn't want to make that decision. We want to make it fair. So that's why we made that Dutch decider, guys. So Dutch decider is right here. So let me move that a little bit here. So here's our Dutch decider, right? And you can vote for, this is all UTC, right? It can start on the 6th of September at 0 o'clock, at 1 o'clock in the night, at 2 o'clock in the night, and it goes all the way until 23, so that would be 11 p.m. UTC on 9/6. So those are 24 different possibilities on when it can start. We've made you a Solana address for each and one of these 24 hours here, and you can vote on these, right? So someone voted here with $2.42 for the 10 a.m. UTC, which is 3 a.m. for me here at the Pacific time zone. You will see it in your browser in your local time. My browser is right here in Las Vegas, so it shows me Pacific time, but it'll show your local time zone when you go to the Dutch Decider. And yeah, where someone else voted here, we have $4 at 1600 UTC, which is 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that's nice. That's great for me. Someone did that. It wasn't me, I promise. And then we have someone else here, $2.50 for midnight UTC, which is 5 p.m. Pacific, right? So yeah, and up until we have 21 voting days still, right? 21 days, 4 hours. So make your vote here, right? If you click on vote, all it does is it asks you to, I need to connect a wallet here. You need to have USDC in your wallet in order to vote. All right, let me connect my wallet here. Let's connect. After you connected the wallet, you need to reload the page. Doing that now. So it's going to reload all the balances here. And then if I want to vote here, that's already number 1, right? 9 a.m. But I like the 9 a.m. So I can pledge another $1, right? And then I would be able to vote here. I'm not doing that now. I won't be voting. I'll leave that all up to you guys. So, but you can vote, and there's 21 days more left. It is very possible, I don't know, but it's possible that especially as we approach the end of voting, that people will bid a little bit more. And, all the funds that go into this Dutch Decider here, I don't expect it to be huge amounts, right? But maybe someone bids like $100 or so but you never know how much they bid, right? So, but anyway, all the funds that go into these 24, they just go to Xandeum Foundation, not to Xandeum Labs or to me or anything. They go to Xandeum Foundation, and they will be used to fund the further development of the Xandeum network and the Xandeum platform. So you are supporting the project with every bid that you make there. And yeah, I can only, remind you to, vote there. Vote with your wallet in this case to get the start time of the Dutch auction. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. But then also we have the actual pNode store, and that is the pNode store.xandeum.network. And it's the normal pNode store that you see on the Xandeum network website. You have that countdown timer here, right? So this one here that shows you the Dutch auction end, the Dutch Decider end, that's 21 days. You can click here just on the link, Dutch Decider. So then you get to the Decider and you can vote on the time. You can turn on the music here. I love that music. And this music, we picked that in order to give that feeling of you're in a high stakes arena, right? And you really are. It is high stakes here. So I can only reiterate. You read all the document and maybe re-watch the video about the storage income, right? We call that STOINC, storage income, STOINC, storage income. That's what pNodes can earn later on. The pNodes are Xandeum, right? We're just developing it, but it's going to be a totally decentralized storage network that is connected, deeply connected to smart contracts on Solana, and Solana remains our main focus, even though we had a booth at Rare Evo, and that was like multi-chain, and yes, we are multi-chain, and we might support different chains later on. We had nice talks with Solaire there on Rare Evo, so we will stay in touch with them. They're kind of similar to Solana. They are built on the SVM, the Solana virtual machine. But they are a blockchain of their own, so we might launch on them also. Chains like Cardano or Polkadot or so that I mentioned in the last video, one of the things that came out of Rare Evo was like they are not really a great fit for launching the Xandeum network immediately or first, right? We might support them at some point in time, and we might trust Anchor there as well. And every other chain is valuable for us and for Xandeum's users. But they are by no means our main focus, or we're not shifting away from Solana in any way. Good. So that said, launching on Solana, the Deep South era is behind us, so that's awesome. A big thanks to the development team, right? And by the way, the 3 of the offshore developers, they are coming here to Vegas next week, all 3 of them together. I'm super excited. So we got business visas for all of them. So they're all coming at the same time, working together here with the rest of the team for 3 weeks. I'm super excited, and I'm sure we're going to make some videos and some X live streams and stuff like that, so watch out for that. Anyway, good. So going back to the Dutch auction here, right? So the Dutch decider, that's in top. Then we have the Xandeum DevNet, the PNode store. We can turn on the music. We have a little slogan here: escape FOMO, go YOLO, right? I love that one. It rhymes a little bit. I think I don't have to explain that. And then we say the current era is the Deep South era, right? So that means these are, as I mentioned, still Deep South pNodes, the last ones. There will be no more Deep South pNodes anymore. This is just for the ones that weren't able to get one of the 300 that got already sold later on. These ones, the last 49 Deep South one, right? And you need DevNet pNodes in order to make a lot of money later on, because later on in mainnet, you're going to want the stake delegation from the foundation. That's going to be a lot. And don't count your own XAND, right? Some people are like, why do I need the delegation from the foundation? I have so many XAND. I can just stake my XAND to my own pNode. Well, you can, but that doesn't justify your time to run the pNode, because you could have just as well used your own XAND and stake it to a different pNode, and you would get kind of the same rewards, right? So you're stuck with no additional rewards out of running your pNode if you don't have stake from others. Your own stake is just, it's just swapping money around, because you don't need your own pNode in order to stake your XAND. You can stake your XAND to other people's pNodes without having the work, right? All you lose is the commission they charge, which mostly will be very little, especially in the early days. So you want that delegation, that stake delegation from the foundation, and I cannot repeat that often enough, because I'm not sure if everyone has understood that, right? If you need more info about that or something, just let me know. But we all hope there's going to be a lot of money to be made with the Xandeum network when we are succeeding in getting all these apps built on top of Xandeum. If the apps that we build ourselves, the demo apps, will be successful, then a lot of storage fees will be coming in from these apps, and they will be distributed mostly and front and foremost to the pNode operators. In order to catch your share of that, you need stake from other people. Your own stake won't help you that much, because it's not additional money. You could just stake your own XAND to a different pNode, right? The only way to monetize running your own pNode is getting stake from somewhere else. So you can make yourself known in the community. You can create some tools so everyone will know you in the community and stake your XAND with you. And you can also conform to the rules of the Xandeum Foundation. And these rules mean you need to run a pNode in DevNet as well, right? Only if you run it in DevNet, you will get the boost from the Xandeum foundation stake delegation later on in mainnet, right? So it is super important to get your hands on these DevNet pNodes, and can only repeat that, and also get them as early as possible, because the Deep South ones come with a 16x boost. Oh, now I'm seeing here, someone wrote here 16% boost. It has to be 16x here, which is like 1500%, by the way, right? So, so the Deep South comes with a 16x boost. So we have that here. And then the Titan NFT, if you buy pNodes during the first few hours, during hour number 0 and hour number 1, you get a Titan NFT with an 11x boost factor on top of the 16x that we have in the Deep South. So that's the total of 176x. That is crazy, right? And we're doing that in order to sell these pNodes at these high prices here. And we do that for fundraising purposes. And many people have asked me like, oh, why are they so expensive and XYZ? The reason is very simple, guys. You know, the last nodes that we sold is like over 2 years ago, right? And those were just a little. So the last major inflows that we had is like 2.5 years ago. We have a team of 10. They want their salaries. We need to build this layer here, right? We've made great progress. We have Munich now, fully functional. It's the fully functional prototype. What we still need to build more, and also we need funds to do the marketing, right? We need to get the XAND token promoted more once the project is live, and that all costs marketing. We need to do a PR and all these type of things. We need funds to function, right? And everyone can imagine, like after 2.5 years of the last major inflow, we need more funds to come. And that comes through those pNode sales, right? It will also come through the demo app that's coming, right? The demo app, again, is in the field of AI and AI governance, AI accountability. It's going to be a great, great thing, and we're going to be fundraising for that as well. And that goes all into the same big bucket, not only to develop that AI demo app, but also develop the Xandeum storage layer, right? And that is like, you know, either we have VCs, and for now, we decided to not go the VC route for good reasons. And that might not stay like that forever. We might raise some funds from VCs, from venture capital, but you know, we want to be independent of venture capital, right? So that's why we raise from the community. That's why we constantly grow the community. We need, and that also costs money, right? We need to spend advertising to grow the community, and you guys are helping grow the community if you help us on X. So thank you for that, right? And that's why we do the airdrops. And rewards people, get points for helping us on X. Go to points.xandeum.network and collect your points there. And by the way, if you like content like this, all I'm asking you is give me that like button here. Only 10% of people are doing that. It's a small ask, right? Even if claiming your points is too much work for you or something like that, you can just click that like button, right? It's really not that much work. It's all I'm asking, right? It's like, and you know, you watch all my videos, you like all that stuff, man, give me that like button, right? And you even get the points if you want, points.xandeum.network, right? And leave me some comments. And last time I asked you to give you some comments where I can discuss with you, and I saw many people did that. So that's great, right? Keep doing that. Keep writing comments that can actually engage the two of us, where I can actually react to, give you some answers to your questions, give me some real comments. That's better than, you know, I also appreciate if you just say, hey, great content, Bernie. That's fine also. Thanks for your comment. But comments are even better if we can start a dialogue there, right here on YouTube. Okay, so going back to this wonderful pNode story here, because that's what it's all about. So it's going to show you here The PNodes remaining, this is just a sample here, right? It's like these ones are all taken in this example, and just this small part of the pie here, 9 are still up for grabs. So 9 out of 49 are remaining in this example here, right? So we've already gone through a lot of these. And then this is also just an example here, current price. This will be at the beginning, right? At the first hour. So this is not matching here. That's because this is just a demo here. Yeah, we see the current price, 4,900 USDC plus 490,000 XAND. So in order to buy your PNodes, you need both. You need to submit your USDC and XAND, right? So we do that. We want to raise the USDC so that we can fund further development from that without having to sell XAND, right? That would put sell pressure on XAND, which we don't want, right? So we need the USDC plus we need the XAND, and the XAND is a utility for you, right? There are so many people that already have a lot of XAND. They can use it for that. Buying PNodes, that's a benefit for the community. And if you're on the sidelines and don't know if you want to buy some XAND or not on Jupiter, you see here now what you could use it for, right? And if you can get one of these PNodes with a 176 income boost factor, right? Later storage income, once we go live on mainnet, that's what that boost factor is for, right? So once we're live on mainnet and storage fees are coming in from apps, right? And these can be small fees if we don't have that many apps that built on Xandeum, or we have many apps, but the apps don't have that much users and not many transactions. It can be small money, right? But if everything goes as we want it to and as we plan it to and as we're building for, it can be a lot of fees. So for Solana, we have $45 million of fees each and every day coming into the Solana platform. And I keep saying, if everything goes as we want it to, it could be like 5x, 10x that for the Xandeum storage layer, right? Because storage, costs a little bit more than, just running that little cheap transaction with 0.0005 Sol or something like that. So it could easily be like $20 million a day. Think about that. And that goes predominantly to the PNodes. The PNodes share that money among them. But you have a 176x factor compared to those that wait until everything's permissionless after the North era when we're on LiveNet on mainnet, right? 176x. So others later on would have to have 176 times the stake in order to make up for that. That's a lot. That's really a lot. So it is a massive, massive opportunity. There's no guarantee here, right? Like the Xandeum storage layer will have to be successful. We will need to find apps that build on Xandeum. These apps need to be successful. So they submit a lot of transactions. And we will do that fantastic demo app. We thought like, there has to be a great, great demo app that, gives a lot of publicity. And it's in the field of AI. It's going to be awesome. It's going to make AI accountable. And nobody can make a similar app without Xandeum. It's an only possible on Xandeum demo app that we're building here, right? So that alone could give us a lot of traction. And we make that demo app in order to showcase to other developers, oh, that's what you can build on Xandeum. And they build all these apps as well. That's what I mean when I say Cambrian explosion. That's the vision of the Xandeum storage layer. Spark that Cambrian explosion of all different sorts of decentralized apps that are storage enabled that now suddenly become possible. All right, so getting back to the PNode store, and yeah, this here is, if you click on these little NFTs here, and I'll do that here, and not sure if you see it nicely here on in the video right here on YouTube, but it's really nicely rendered. It's, if you look at it when it rotates, you see the light reflecting from different angles. So yeah, we've had our graphics designer here, Sean, who joined us a few months ago in the marketing team. He already knew that graphics designer. So thanks, Sean, again for making that possible. And yeah, I mean, that's those are our NFTs here. They will look like that in your wallet, right? They will have that that little video running here right in your wallet, and they will have all these types of things, right? And then it shows the current price, current rewards, and it shows the next price and next rewards after 1 hour. It changes every hour. And then you see how many PNodes you've already purchased, and there's no limit, guys. Anyone can purchase any number of PNodes here in this Dutch auction, any number of these 49. So it's very well possible that there will be one guy in the first hour that buys all 49 of those. I don't know if that's going to happen. And yeah, they are all up there. But you will see, you can do it in several batches, right? You can buy one in hour 1, and then you can buy another one in hour 7 or so when there's still some available, right? You can here have that counter on how many you want to buy, right? The price will calculate down there. You see the balance, your XAND balance and USDC balance in your wallet. And your buying power is 0 because in this wallet there's no funds. So you can click on buy more XAND in order to have more funds and buy more of these PNodes. And then you have that little progress bar down here, right? Which is right now we're here in the very first hour, and that gives you that Titan NFT, right? Second hour, Titan NFT. Third hour, you got the dragon NFT. Look at that dragon here, how nicely that is animated with that fire spitting out of his mouth and stuff like that. So that's nice. And then at this hour here, we have the coyote NFT. Here it is. All right. So, and then we have the rabbit down here. So if you buy at this time, you're going to get the rabbit NFT. And if you buy in the later hours, you get a cricket NFT. And the cricket is not really crickets. It's still a 10% boost. And then if you wait until the 48th hour, there's nothing, right? You just get no NFT, and you get no boost. But you can buy the PNodes in the last hours if there are any left at the cheapest price. So now I went into that same thing again. I told you everything, but I didn't share my screen. So let me do it. Okay, so here we go. So here you see it again. Here's the Titan NFT. It looks like that. Okay. And then you see how many previously purchased. You can click here how many you want to purchase. Yeah, sorry I didn't share that before. It's all live. Sorry, guys. And then you have that progress bar down here, right? So first 2 hours, you get the Titan. Starting from hour 3, you get the dragon. So here's that fire coming out of his mouth. Awesome. And then there's the coyote here. And there is the rabbit here. And then last but not least, the cricket, which still gives you a 10% boost. So the link to the PNode store is down in the description. Yeah, it's pnodestore.xandeum.network, the same link that you already had. You can access it, and please turn on the music when you try it out. It's really part of the game. And yeah, we have that up and running here. And if we go to to the main page here, Xandeum.network. We've rearranged the menu bar here a little bit. Give us some feedback how you like it. So there's some new stuff here, and there are some, I think there are some submenus in here. See that? So yeah. So yeah, here are the submenus and stuff here also. So, but then we have that header here, right? Xandeum v0.3 is out. That's the Munich release, right? So you can click learn more here. Just do that. And then you see how easy it is to build your storage enabled app. There's the Munich. There's the Munich picture. And yeah, you see the build here. So how easy it is to get started. It's just this one page here. It's a one pager, right? To get started building on Xandeum. It's so easy. And then we have the Web3.js here, right? So Xandeum Web3.js, right? It's a thin layer. So we're so proud to have it made so easy for devs to build on Xandeum, right? We have our FS on chain. That's our little file system, that file explorer that you can use to. It's loading here now, so I'm not going to show that. And there's a blog post and everything else. But the PNode store, is the PNode store here somewhere, Verena? PNodes. It's not even in here, right? So we're adding that. It's brand new, right? So the PNode store, we just put it live right now. There's still a few things we need to polish. It's at 16%, but it has to be 16x. And I think the time shouldn't go down like this many PNodes purchased or something like that. It should be like the pristine state in the beginning with all 49 still available, and then it starts counting down as we approach. And vote for your hour using the Dutch decider, right? So gave you all that. So now I have all my live questions here. So let's go all through the live questions. Michael, I love your hard work and consistency. Bernie, thanks a lot. It really is a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of consistency. And thank you for appreciating that. I love it. Please, sir, help me. Financial problem. Dochi, hi, Bernie. MobbyX, hello, everyone. And Bikram, hello, everyone. Warisump, hello, Bernie. Hello, Bernie. Yeah, we have what is that? When $2N, can't read that. So, and then howdy, hello Bernie, when distribution for season 2? That's going to be in just a few days. So if you're on our Discord, Verena has already posted it. It's going to be a matter of days, not weeks. So we're going to, it takes a lot of steps, right? It's not that easy to just shift over the money. It's like, we work with Merkle distributors, everything's secured. It's not, no one alone can do that. And there's 5 of 7 that have to approve. And then after that, it has to be transferred from here to there. And then we need the front end to claim it. It's like, it's a lot of work each and every reward season, right? But we're almost done, so should be there real soon. Peter, not even sure how to pronounce that, right? I'm German. I would say Mahala, but never know. Right now, 133 PNodes online. First place, USA, 38 PNodes. Awesome, thank you. And there will be way more information available about the PNodes really, really soon with the Herrenberg release, which is almost done. And in the Herrenberg release, you will be able to query the PNodes using an RPC interface. So you guys will be able to build beautiful websites that show all the PNodes with all their analytics and status and stuff like that. So that's awesome. Warisump, definitely exciting. It really is. More PNodes are coming. IG, so yeah. I guess. Yeah, 49, those are the remaining Deep South. And then for the South era, there will be more pNodes coming, but we don't have the concrete plans there yet. We want to see how things are going. We want to have Herrenberg up and running and stuff like that. See how it works with the pNodes. See how many people are really upgrading, right? So it's now, we need the version 3.3 or later. So we have like a 100, what was it, 133. So that's not even half of the 300 that we sold. So we need to have some good figure there, right? Like, will it be about half of them that will be really running them? Maybe it is. So, and then we need to figure that out. We probably need to sell twice the number, maybe even 3 times the number of the ones that we really want to have live, because some people just don't update theirs, right? Okay, Sasha, Bernie, in the last live stream, you mentioned that the NFT is only valid till the end of the development era. Can you confirm? No, I did not mention that. I just said, you know, we have a lot of eras coming, right, until the North era. And, you know, I know the original plan was going through all of these in just 1 year. We're about halfway or 60% through the year. I think it's clear that probably we won't be able to do it by the end of the year. So it might take like another year or so until the end of the North era. And I did not say it's not valid after that. I just said we need to look into it after that, right? So, and the NFTs are valid, but it's about the stowing formula, right? The stowing formula cannot be forever because things change, right? We don't know what is the adoption. Do we need to get more pNodes because we have too little pNodes and lots of storage demand? Do we have the opposite? So we need to be able to make changes. And I don't really know how these changes will be done then. That's kind of like, that's a future thing. I really don't know, right? It's all designed to be a decentralized thing. The DAO will get a big boost in responsibility within the next few weeks, right? And there might be a DAO vote on it. There might be the foundation deciding these things. And you know, likely it's gonna stay forever, right? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it might change, right? That doesn't mean like we want to stop it when the North era has finished. That's not what I said, and that's not what I mean, right? I'm just saying I can guarantee now that at least until the end of the North era, and that is a long time, guys, right? That's kind of the foreseeable future. It's guaranteed that it stays up this 176x. If you buy now in the Dutch auction the first 2 hours, you get 16x because it's a Deep South, and you get 11x because of the Titan NFT. So you have a 176x. So for each 1,000 ZAND that someone stakes to you, you are like they staked 176,000 ZAND for other people, right? That don't have the 176. That's guaranteed until the end of the North era. And if you ask me, likely after the end of the North era, it's going to be continued because, yeah, it's like, it just makes sense, right? And you will have earned a lot of ZAND in order to be part of that decision at some point in time. But at some point, we want to have it a living thing, right? I don't want this to suffer from the Bitcoin disease where, you know, no changes can be made, right? It's like we need to adapt, and we're running on Solana, and look at Solana, right? Changes happen there all the time. So that's all that I said, right? It's guaranteed until the end of the North era, and after that, we'll have to see together what we're going to do next. And likely it's going to be continued, or it goes down from 176 to 100. I don't know, right? Something like that. If we need a lot of new people at that point in time, right, we want to make it attractive to new people. So we might want to reduce it a little bit. But you all going to have a say in that. It's not going to be unilateral. It's going to go through the DAO. And yeah. So that's what I want to say, right? It's like, it's a big, big incentive to buy your PNodes now. In the first 2 hours of the Dutch auction, you get a total of 176x, right? Which is like what, 17,500%, right? It's always 100 less, right, when you transfer to percent. 17,500% boost. And that's a lot. And it's guaranteed until the end of the North era. And what is after that will be decided by the community, by the greater Xandeum community, in whatever the governance model might be at that point in time. I don't know, right? Don't take this as, oh, they're only giving it until the end of the North era and then they're taking it away. That's not what's going to happen. We just need to have a flexibility, right? We just need to have flexibility. If we all agree at the end of the North era, we will need more PNodes. We will need to raise more funds or something like that. And it needs to be attractive to newcomers. We might reduce it a little bit. Or we might even increase it. Who knows, right? Because then everything works well, and the ones that already have their PNodes are happy. We don't want any new PNodes. We can handle all the demand ourselves and keep it that way, right? I just don't know. So yeah, glad you people ask, but and I can't give a clear answer there just because, you know, I can't look into the future, right? And I want to give you the safety until the end of the North era, which is a long time. I want to give you complete security that it stays at least until then. Okay, I hope that's great. Thanks you like the music, Mubby. Freedom Global, hey Bernie, when season 2 airdrop, oh you mean airdrop number 2, it's been too extended already. Yeah, we'll do it as soon as we can. Nothing gets lost though. Mubby, so there's a roadmap for expanding Xandeum beyond Solana to other blockchain ecosystems. There is the intention to do that. There is not a roadmap yet, right? There's not like, we're going to do this exactly then, right? And I think you all understand that by now, right? There's no way I can even plan the next 3 weeks, let alone the next 3 years. I can only talk about visions and intentions, but I just cannot give, you know, like, oh, this is going to happen the second quarter of something, right? Then we'd have to wait for 5 years until everything is ready and then I can tell you, okay, I'll launch it then. And it's a little bit like Tesla, right? Nobody knows when the unsupervised full self-driving is going to be coming out, right? We're just working on it. And it's it is because these are tough engineering problems, right? It is not easy to build a scalable storage layer that is 100% integrated with smart contracts. This is not a trivial task. It is almost like research, right? It is a task on the order of magnitude of bringing out Ethereum back in the day, on the order of magnitude of doing a full self-driving at Tesla, or even at coming out with new AI models at OpenAI or stuff like that. It is really, really tough engineering here. I hope everyone understands that, and that's the reason it's not plannable, like, okay, we're going to do it on this and that date, right? It's just, you know, it happens, when we're ready. All right, Nicolo, good idea to be aware of other blockchains which could benefit from Xandeum. Absolutely. And it has always been like that. You can read it in our white papers and green papers and everything, especially with the trust anchoring. That can be done on any chain, and there's a lot of trust in the Ethereum chain, so we can trust anchor to Ethereum and other chains. And this is not what you think. It is hibiscus tea. Thank you. All right. Supershine, Bernie, just checking my my memory here. All previous PNode holders should also get one of the NFT airdrop. There's no NFT airdrop. There's just NFTs that you will get when you buy a PNode in the Dutch auction. And these NFTs are, you know, you have the 16x for the Deep South era, right? If you bought a PNode before the Dutch auction, you have the 16x because it's a deep south, right? But the other 11x for the Titan NFT, that's because you pay $4,900, right? We don't give the 11x for the ones that don't pay $4,900, right? That should be easy to understand. It's for fundraising, and we only give that 11x for the ones that pay $4,900 because, well, we want to raise funds, right? That should be easy. Okay, Sasha, can you further elaborate why the AI demo app can only developed in Xandeum? If it is truly unique, this is a great unique value prop. Yeah, I don't want to be too specific on this one because it's in stealth mode right now, right? So stealth mode means we're not public with that. Nobody knows the name of the app and all the details that we're building, but I've already talked about that AI accountability thing, right? So the thing is, people don't trust those LLMs, right? Because we don't know, is LLM, large language model, right? Those are all these ChatGPT-like things, right? And nobody knows, are they biased? Are they, biased by design, by their creators? Are they censored by state governments or something else? So we don't trust these, right? And the Americans don't trust the Chinese don't trust the Americans, and I don't know, not sure if the Germans trust anyone, but either way, the app needs to bring that trust back, right? So if you say, I don't trust DeepSeek, and you come to a company owned by Bernie, and I'll tell you, oh, you can't trust DeepSeek, right? That won't work, right? It has to be decentralized. If it's about getting back trust into those AIs, and they don't even digitally sign their own responses, which they could easily do. They could just sign their responses and say, I'm ChatGPT 5, and I gave you this response to this question on that day and this time, boof, digital signature by OpenAI. It will be easy to do. They don't do that. They don't respond to tweets if they would do that. Just they want to evade accountability. And who can bring back accountability? No other company that's centralized, right? It's like, if I don't trust DeepSeek, then I'll have to trust Jeff Bezos instead. What's that? It doesn't work. Or trust Bernie Bloom. It has to be decentralized, right? And sending all these queries and storing the result in a decentralized way. Tell me something else what you could do it with. Yeah, you can't do it with Ethereum. You can't do it with Solana. You can't do it with Filecoin because it's not integrated with smart contracts. We need to build an app where people see the reports. They can create their own reports and look at it and see that it has to be connected with smart contracts. So yeah, it can only be done with Xandeum, and of course it's a very unique value prop. I'm super excited about that. Okay, Dochi looks awesome, Bernie. Can we see the NFTs? I showed you. Yeah, sorry, it was not in the first run, but in the second. Lovely NFT. Sasha, again, thank you for the clarification. So the NFT investment on the Dutch auction is a risky investment due to the validity till the North era for now. And, every investment is a risky investment, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be called an investment. It would be called, I don't know, purchase, or like a treasury, or you put it on a savings account and you get 3% interest if you're lucky, right? Otherwise, every investment is risky, and of course, everything's the real risk is, will the Xandeum network be adopted by a lot, right? Will we find enough apps that build cool apps on Xandeum, and will these apps be successful? Right? Because if we have a lot of apps building on it, but none of these apps has 1 million users, then we won't have 1 million transactions. If we don't have 1 million transactions, we will get little storage fees, right? So that's the risk. And there is no investment where you have the guarantee that everything stays the same for 10 years, right? No, it's not, right? So, and to the contrary, we'll take away risk by guaranteeing it until the end of the North Era at least, right? And again, why would we take it away, right? Or anyone else? It's going to be a DAO governed thing. We just can't make Xandeum, and we're not making Xandeum something that's run by a centralized thing, right? So that is my whole point. If you see that as being like overly risky or something, I don't see it that way. I see it the other thing. I just want everyone to understand we're not a bank that and even your bank doesn't guarantee you 3% interest for the next 10 years. They just don't, right? So it's like, yeah. All right. Thank you for clarifying that the DAO will make the decision. Yeah, at least it will be involved in the decision. Apologies for going off topic, but are there any updates regarding the future listings on DEX or SEX platforms? On DEXs, it's all up to you, right? Anyone can make pools on Meteora or wherever. Just deposit some Sol and Xand, and it's listed. It's not up to Xandeum. And on the centralized exchanges, no updates right now, right? I think it's more important now, get the Munich release out, which it is, and then do Herrenberg, Ingolstadt, Stuttgart, and be live on mainnet and have that demo app. And let's see how things develop, right? It's just, I can pay $50,000 now to get listed on some SEX platforms. I'm not sure if we'll ever get that back. And Mexi even delisted us after a few days. It was not the nicest experience. We are looking into Coinbase though, with Nicolo's help, and seeing if we can get listed on Coinbase. It might be we need some lawyers' opinions that it's not a security token and all these type of things, which is expensive to do. And not sure if that's the highest priority now. We need to build first, have our, be ready for mainnet, have demo apps, and that's the number one priority now. And if everyone thinks otherwise, let me know. But it doesn't help anyone that, I spend like 2-3 months now with getting listed on some centralized exchange, pay a lot of money for it, and make no progress on development in the meantime. Then we're listed on the DEX. The token will get nowhere because we couldn't develop much more, and then we will get delisted again, and that doesn't help. We need to build, guys. All right. So, Sasha, it would be great to connect with Tristan Harris in regards to the AI app. Okay, I haven't heard that name, but I'll look it up. Yes, I'm also super excited. Your team and what they're doing is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for clarifying. And hi, any update when season 2 airdrop will be? Already responded to that. And yeah, okay. Good. So yeah, that was it. Thanks again for all your engagement here. I think we have a lot of exciting news. I almost, talked about the Munich launch on the sidelines. We did it on the booth at Rare Evo here in Vegas, which was really successful, by the way. It was surprisingly successful, right? Even though it was not Solana focused, but we made contact to the Solaire guys and so many other contacts. So it has really, really paid off, and it was a home play for us. We didn't lose that much time and travel expenses and everything. So that's great. And we have the PNode store up and running. We have 21 more days. So we will be posting a lot more about the PNode store and those NFTs. I hope everyone understands the importance also of the fundraising in this case. And I want to be frank, right? It's like 2.5 years. And until then, since then, our income was zero. And our expenses are like, we have a 10-person team. Plus we have marketing agencies working for us, right? So you can figure out what our expenses were, right? So we need to raise more money. I love raising from the community. That's why I hope the Dutch auction is going to work. Also, if you want to bet on the starting hour of the Dutch auction, all the funds there are 100% going into the development, further development of the Xandeum network. So you can support us there also. If you feel like, hey, I want to support the Xandeum guys, you can deposit $1,000 into one of these hours, and you do it for yourself as well, because you vote for the great hour that helps you buy those PNodes. And the whole Dutch auction is an experiment. I believe, there's a lot of people that want to get their hand on the last Deep South PNodes with a boost factor of 16, even if you buy after 48 hours. You got no NFT at all. You still have the 16x just by it being a Deep South pNode. And yeah, if there's any other questions, let me know. But otherwise, it's already over an hour again. I wanted to do this quick, but you guys are always there. You guys are always, there's so many community members coming to each and every of this video, and I really love it. Thank you. Thank you. So everyone give them a little applause. And that reminds me that I actually have an applause button here. I don't know which one it is. Let me try it. So everyone that's here on a regular basis on this YouTube channel, asking me questions live in all these live streams, a big applause. Is it coming? It's not coming. Or do you hear anything? Don't know. It's not working for some reason. Okay, next time again. All right, so, oh, it even, crazy. All right, so, yeah, I think you guys are all still here. There was some issue here with my audio. I'll get it working again until next time. But, yeah, thanks, guys.